Hey, you're listening to Coffee and Commerce. It's a podcast that talks about all the fun, geeky things going on in the world of e-commerce and technology. And today it's about how small businesses grow bigger with social media.
Hey, we're back as promised with another episode of Coffee and Commerce, and this time we have something really hot for you listeners. I'm the host for this podcast, Ketan, content marketer at CedCommerce, along with my co-host Akash for this episode of our podcast, How Small Businesses Grow Bigger with Social Media.
Well, long gone are the days when social media platforms were just used for just sharing photos and messaging with the friends. Well, Ketan, with this note, my name is Akash, and today we are talking about social media. Oh, let's say social selling, or in a more elaborated way, social commerce. Well, guys, previously only e-commerce websites were the ones who were making sales. Even if you remember, Ketan, like few years back, we were just selling on e-commerce websites. But nowadays, the game has totally changed. The balls are now into the corner of social media. Now what they are doing, like if you want to have some quick sales, then not only e-commerce website, but you should target social media, social commerce itself.
Definitely. And in this episode, Akash, we're going to cover all the trending social selling platforms. We are very much aware that Facebook is not like just concerned with the hello, hi, and it's more than that.
Yeah.
So we're going to cover all the trending social selling platforms that being a seller, one shall not miss, and 2020 is the game for social selling. So without any delay, we'll be starting with the long list that we have. At first, it's Facebook social commerce, which is Facebook Marketplace.
That's the big term, guys.
Yes,
That's
Facebook, because Facebook has been one long race runner and it has transformed itself as per the demands of its users tremendously. 2019 it is Akash, and Facebook now has its in-app purchasing and checkout feature that lets a seller the ease to sell effectively on Facebook, and the buyers the ease of completing the whole funnel from the platform itself.
That's something innovative.
Yes, and I have also some mind-boggling stats to prove how big Facebook social commerce is going to be.
Okay.
Let's say when I say this, around 30% of the users who clicked on an ad has made a purchase on Facebook.
How many percentage?
30% it is,
That's
and
a
you
huge
can believe
number.
me.
That's a huge
And
number.
the outcome of this is that I'm hoping 93% of social media advertisers are today using Facebook.
That's humongous.
Yes.
That's humongous.
Definitely. And one big thing, right, because 96% of the visits over Facebook is usually done via a cell phone or a smartphone, if you say. Adapting to a mobile first behavior is really going to provide real help to the sellers out there. And the best part I'll be saying would be that what's all needed to sell there, it's just nothing more than a business page on Facebook.
That's it.
That is it. You just need to have a business page on Facebook, because there are already various social commerce platforms, not the social commerce, but the commerce platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, and BigCommerce. They're not a new name. Everyone is aware of that.
Yeah.
And others provide a fully automated backend support that makes the selling super easy for them.
Okay.
Right? And moving ahead, Akash, what potential social platforms do you think are gonna shape the future?
Well, with me, I have a very prominent one, which is by the name of Instagram. Well, yes, listeners, Instagram.
Instagram is one of my favorite apps. Right?
Me too. Well, I should say we too exist. Well, Instagram shopping, which allows the tracking of products. Well, Instagram is one of the most promising platforms when it comes to creating a social selling strategy. Well, personally, I think, Ketan, that it has the maximum potential. If you compare Facebook to Instagram, my bend goes towards Instagram.
Maybe that's why Facebook turned to Instagram, right?
That may be a chance. So the new Instagram shopping feature, which was lately launched in March 2019, it particularly allows brands to tag up to 5 products in a post which you share on Instagram. Then what users can do, users can check that particular tags with the additional information. Like, let's say that will have a product description, that will have the most important thing, price information. Most importantly, shoppers are given a direct link to the company's website where they can finalize the purchase. Now, Ketan, just to prove my point, I have some stats. Since making this feature available, one brand, I'll not take the name, but one brand has increased its sale revenue by 8%.
That's such a fortunate brand.
Exactly. Now, with the companies like Nike, Adidas playing in this game of Instagram shopping, this will surely be a super hit in 2020.
This has to be. I can see the potential here, right?
Exactly. Now, moving ahead, we have conversational commerce. Well, the world of automated bots working on different messengers is expected to be on a huge rise in the coming few years. Now, particularly this term, conversational commerce, I'll explain you in a depth. Like, this is an automated technology powered by rules and some sort of artificial intelligence that enables online shoppers and brands to interact with one and another via voice chat or via chat.
Well, this seems to me a rocket science.
This is the definition, Ketan, which you will get on Google. But listeners, we are not just here for the Google definition. We are here to simplify the things. So there are several chatbots. Like, I'll give you in a more elaborated way. There are several chatbots which work in a very, very innovative way to improve the sales of your particular product. Like, for instance, there is a company which gained my personal attention is by the name of Jumper.ai.
Okay.
There's this company. Now, what they basically do is like they use AI in the conversation of the chats, and they actually drive sales from the customer just by chatting with that customer. Like, there is an AI who is chatting with the customer, and he can derive the sales from that particular chat itself. Just to simplify my point, I will give you an example. Like, let's say if I have uploaded let's say my favorite brand is Nike. I have uploaded a t-shirt of Nike on Facebook. And in the messenger in my Facebook shop, I have this particular AI which is already placed. Now, in the description, I have written that if you want to purchase this t-shirt, enter purchase in the comment box. So purchase is now a trigger word.
Trigger word for the chatbot.
For the chatbot, exactly. Now, as soon as a customer goes in the comment section and types in purchase, so the chatbot will automatically initiate a message into the customer's Facebook Messenger. It will ask that what size you want to purchase. Like, let's say I have entered large. I am 6'1", so I'll prefer large. Now, second question would be like, let's say, what will be the shipping details? You enter the shipping details. Third question will be enter the payment option. Let's say you choose cash on delivery. Now, the fourth would be like, let's say, do you want to confirm this sale? You just entered yes, and the sale is made. Everything is done just on the chat. There is no redirection, nothing.
So the whole funnel is getting completed with just a bot chatting with you.
Exactly.
Getting your products, right?
Like, conversational commerce is like today it's possible on all platforms that supports chat or even voice bots like Facebook Messenger, Amazon Alexa, Google Home, Apple Business Chat, SMS, WeChat, Line, Telegram, etc. Like, you just name it, there's a whole lot of it.
So with this, I'm getting a sense that it's about the voice commerce that we discussed
in the previous episode. Exactly.
So listeners, it's just like connecting things. So if you have missed our first podcast,
go to the first episode of the podcast.
Yes, voice commerce. To understand this point really better, we have explained this, right?
Ketan, I have also heard one point about Snapchat. Like, it's coming with the AR shopping experience. Would you like to elaborate?
Snapchat is the app for the Gen X, right? And the new generation Facebook, it is, I'm telling you. More videos there are, more fun. You see, it's going all right there. So right now, the monthly average users, I'll be presenting some stats to make my point that how big is Snapchat going. So right now, the monthly average users on Snapchat are 310.7 million.
That's huge.
Yes, and surprisingly, more to come. Surprisingly, 190 million average active accounts per day are there. Okay. And 3 billion snaps are created every day.
Okay.
And with more and more features Snapchat is providing, is debuting e-commerce with shoppable AR. The number is surely about to be hyped. So Snapchat is having its shoppable AR thing, in which like there are AR frames and filters, which now comes with a button that can redirect a customer of yours to your online store or the app, where they can easily like complete the checkout process, and everything that I've just mentioned will be happening in one single click on your Snapchat.
Okay, so it's something like similar to Instagram shopping, something more like you upload over here in a Snapchat in a video that is done in a post.
Definitely. So it's just about how audio and video comes, because every platform is having their own
their own extractor.
Yes. So in that way, Snapchat is dealing, and like the big players like Adidas, they've already started using this shoppable AR feature for selling its product over Snapchat. And the best part is these days, like apps like Spark AR have made it really easy for people to get into the game of shoppable AR. Spark AR is an app which allows you to create filters for the AR for the Snapchat really easy. You just have to log in there and everything's like really automated, right? Okay. So Snapchat is going to grab the attention of all the millennials, and this soon is going to boom at the speed of Flash. I'm telling you, this is going to be.
I can see this that this is going to be a huge success in
Yes, and after this, Akash, one more potential platform is Pinterest.
Okay.
Yes, and Pinterest business accounts now like come with a buy now pins.
Buy now pins. What's that?
Yes, actually Pinterest like one stop like if I say Pinterest is one-stop solution, one-stop platform for aesthetics and art, right?
Okay.
And when it comes to online selling, Akash, this is not leaving behind itself. Even I purchased one picture from the it was a yawn emoji. I had to hang it right beside my bed, so I just ordered there. I'm a very drowsy person sometimes, so I just ordered that. And
I know that.
being a buyer, I was really satisfied by the services that I was getting.
Okay.
And when I talk about selling on Pinterest, what is this buy now pins? So it has really good choices for the sellers. The only requirement that one needs to have is have a one online store that is running. And it has to run upon some of the platforms, or I already mentioned, Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce. And if you're having these buy now pins will already be there. So what is happening is that your pins that you have created will now have a one button with the name buy now.
Okay.
You'll click on it, you will be redirected. The same thing is happening, but everyone is evolving itself in the very
every social media platform is doing it into its own way.
Yes, and this is how it is going, right? And apart from this pins, Akash, there is one more trendy topic right now, and over the internet there is a lot of confusion when it comes to influencer marketing, right?
That's
so I guess that you have been connected with many influencers right now. So just give us some quick tips, how to be successful at that, what can be the quick tips, what influencers to select, how to approach them, and how to work with them.
I understand your point. Soon I'll also be an influencer.
Yes, because when it comes about Instagram and other social platforms, influencers are there which are really helping out people.
Most importantly, in this particular era, if you talk about working out with nano-influencers, or in a more important way, let's say influencer marketing, in this particular era of sponsored posting, customers who are the end customers, the actual customers, are already aware that influencers and celebrities make a huge money just by promoting products of some specific brands on social media. Let's say if I'm Ronaldo, if I share a particular post of Nike, then everyone will go and purchase Nike. So I know that Ronaldo is making money out of it.
Definitely. Yeah.
But now, since consumers don't want to rely on those paid ads, so it is no surprise that 70% of the people, mind it, 70% of the people who are influenced just by their family members, friends, or maybe friends of friends, or who they connect with online. Thus, nano-influencers bring more value to the brands these days than to those comparison in the celebrity section.
So you're saying about nano-influencer, right? What about influencer? Who these
nano-influencers are somewhat let's say if you have a follower list of less than 5,000, you become a nano-influencer.
Talking about
me, somewhat. Well, nano-influencers who have their niche on a very following topic, on a very particular topic, the customer's orientation is particularly to that topic. Now, as these influencers are focused on something very specific, so their followers trust them blindly. More than some big e-commerce giants, or let's say more than some big influencers while seeking recommendation. For brands, these particular influencers with smaller followings are very open for collaboration. They can work with big or small companies in order to monetize their social media expertise.
Definitely.
I'll give you
to someone with 2.5 million,
that's will cost you a huge amount of money. But these can work they can come very cheap. Also, for instance, let's say I have an example over here. Let's say if I own a particular club which offer foods and drinks to the customers. Now, rather than putting money on social media ads, what you can do is you can organize a bloggers meet wherein you can call all the local food influencers for a get together on your own expense. Now, this what we'll do is seamlessly spread the word about your food, about your services within these small communities to which you would be reaching by Google Ads, which basically means you have already reached to the end customer with the help of these influencers. 23% of the shoppers are already influenced by recommendations they read on social media. So just imagine if an influencer write a post, the reach is humongous into this.
Far ahead.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, in some instances, working with nano-influencers is very affordable because they do not charge much. You can exchange them in a barter system, you can offer them some coupons, something like that.
A shout out for a shout out would work sometimes.
Exactly. Right? Sometimes you can offer something in a barter system and they'll do a post for you.
Definitely.
Now, these promotional posts will particularly result in gaining more reach to the correct audience, which you might be planning with paid ads.
Yes, and I guess that this solves like the confusion running over the internet that not just the influencer marketing it is nano-influencer marketing. Like you reach the people who are having a lesser following but a very targeted one,
particular,
so that you reach your direct customer with their trust and their value.
That's the main
definitely.
factor.
So 2020 is going to be the year of social commerce, and with all of these giants playing big into the game, the competition, I'm telling you, Akash, the race to be number one social selling commerce platform is really going to be big.
Yeah.
And what's happening is sellers in the mid of all this will be getting good chances to grow and excel their businesses.
Let's give our listeners a recap about what we just listed out over here.
Oh, alright. So this is just a quick recap where I'll be telling. I guess we discussed about Facebook, social commerce, which is amazing in-app purchases, your favorite Instagram shopping that allows tagging of products, and then we come to conversational commerce, and this is the automated bots, right? And Snapchat with the shoppable AR experience, Pinterest buy now pins. And of course, like how can I forget about nano-influencers, that is influencer marketing.
Oh, right? In a particular way you can say that nano-influencer marketing. So modern customers are already increasingly looking for product recommendations on social media. Now, social shopping into your strategy with the right e-commerce marketing tools can improve your customer journey, and this can particularly drive more e-commerce sales. Now, as this particular era of social shopping will continue to boom in this next year of 2020, what brands have a unique opportunity to use this customer's favorite network to reach to their particular customer and strengthen their relationship with their customers?
So that is meaning like taking your products to right where your customers are spending most of their time.
Exactly, because every customer spend like at least 2 to 3 hours on social media.
That is like proven from many like sites. So listeners, this was the digest of this week about social selling and social commerce. So once again, don't miss to hit the subscribe button, get connected with Coffee and Commerce and its amazing episodes which are fun, geeky and full of technology. So stay tuned and stay connected.
Peace out.